Hi there Pisces, I'm EllaAradia and welcome to your December 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. This reading is for my Pisces water signs, where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. This is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. What I do find though is there's always a shared theme that runs through the collective of all of you Pisces signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do. It helps the channel out a lot. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then you can get notified when the next videos are up. So Pisces, let's jump in. So I always like to just tune into the energies first, Pisces, before I start pulling cards. I was getting some mixed energies there from the cards. I feel like this might be a little bit of a challenging month in terms of time and energy management. You know, we're coming into holiday season and I just get this sense of some maybe slightly challenging, family, friend, situations or dynamics that might be going on. And this energy of kind of feeling like you kind of need to be showing up for everybody, for everything, for everybody. And, it is going to be important to really look after your energy this month. Make sure that you're taking time for yourself, that your needs are being met here. With your overall energy, Temperance, a card of healing, of moderation. It's also about, integrating perhaps those unhealed, shadow parts of ourselves. So there's an invitation for that, because I am feeling something here around the ability to receive, the ability to perhaps let go of control, because the energy I'm feeling here for many of you is almost like feeling like you need to be doing everything, organizing everything, showing up in a certain way for this person, another way for another person. But there's also a need to perhaps let go of that a little bit and allow yourself to receive, allow, others to perhaps give to you. And there might be something, it's not going to resonate for all of you, but there might be something for you to look at in this as to, what is it inside of you that kind of fears to let go? I would say it probably comes from the past where trust was broken, particularly for those of you that are, in a relationship. Trust may have been broken in the past. So there is this inability maybe to trust your partner and let them, kind of give back to you. What lies in your recent past, we have the Nine of Swords. Your current energies, we have the King of Swords. I almost feel like that's you, Pisces, right now. Sort of moving forwards, maybe more through, the thoughts, the mind, the logic, making decisions, based on what is actually kind of around you, in front of you, the truth, the facts, but leading more, with your head than your heart. Your feelings towards your situation is the Seven of Wands. Often a card of standing in your truth, especially in times of challenge, adversity. For some of you, it might represent, you know, someone that you're dealing with that is a little bit guarded. Now, that could be you. That could also be your person here. But I do feel, you know, like there is, you know, some kind of stress going on here right now for you, because this is a card of, you know, being stuck in your head, stuck in your thoughts, your fears, your worries, and, you know, kind of running things round and round in the mind right now. Let's just look at your challenge. So the challenge is the Page of Cups. Your hidden influence is the Hanged Man. You're being asked to take a pause here, I think, Pisces, and take a step back and maybe see things from a different perspective. For those of you that this relates to love, you know, this King of Swords here may be the person that you're dealing with, and someone who perhaps you are needing a little bit more emotional support from. Because I do feel like there's some challenges around you, whether that's family or friend circles, you know, whatever that is. And I'm getting the sense that, you know, you're kind of needing that emotional support from your partner, wanting them to, you know, stand by you in that way. And you may be dealing with someone here who actually has a little bit of a difficulty to open up emotionally. And that's what this guarded energy is here of that Seven of Wands, dealing with someone who is a little bit protective of themselves, their feelings. They're not really opening up here. And with the Page of Cups here in the challenge, that kind of says the same thing to me, really. The challenge is perhaps for either you or your person, it could be either way, of, you know, opening up to love, to a deeper love. And for some of you that I talked about before, where I was saying about, you know, letting go of the need to kind of control everything, to be everything for everybody, you know, a fear to also perhaps open up your heart to receive. And with the Hanged Man, you're being asked to perhaps take a little bit of a step back from this. And I feel to have a look at, you know, how you might be showing up in this situation. Because very often, you know, everything ultimately always relates back to us. And if you're dealing with someone who is perhaps a little bit emotionally guarded, that may also reflect a part of you that is emotionally guarded right now. And it could be a time to, you know, just see this in a different perspective here and have a little look back on your past and, you know, have a feel into it, you know, or are there any fears or insecurities where, you know, trust may have been broken, you know, some experience from your past that you still need to heal from, that might be blocking you from opening up. Because the pages always speak of openness. There also are messengers as well, you know, so for some of you, this is an offer of love coming in. You know, it may be that there's been a little bit of conflict here, you know, with this Nine of Swords between you and your partner, and they may have shut down. You might be in a little bit of a no contact situation here. And the challenge on their side, you know, is perhaps opening up, reaching back out. And in your guidance, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about knowing your worth and your value and really embodying those energies moving forwards. Looking after your needs and it might be that this fear of opening up perhaps brings up the lack of, the sense of worth and value, feeling good enough, feeling enough, which may have come, from a past experience here where there's been some kind of trust has been broken, there may have been a letdown, a disappointment, and it may have brought up, those kind of fears. And there is a really strong guidance here, I feel, about, really integrating those soul lessons right now so that you can move past the challenge of either opening up to love or letting love in and being seen. And, really knowing that that's what you deserve here. What lies in your outcome is the Three of Pentacles, which in terms of love, this is what it's all about. It's about working together as a team, growing together, and doing that with a view to the long term here. Because when I feel into the person that you're dealing with, I get a very similar feeling from their side as I get from you. Both feeling a bit guarded, both feeling a little bit closed off emotionally in different ways for different reasons. And both actually, wanting love and wanting that deeper connection. But there's a fear to really trust. And so the only way to really get past that is, it's not about changing the other person. It's about looking at yourself and healing those parts of you that, where, that trust may have been broken, and those feelings of, that lack of worth and not feeling enough in some way may have been created. Because I see the word invitation. I do feel like there is an invitation here with the person that you're dealing with to really get past this together. And it is all about working as a team together with this Three of Pentacles. What lies beyond that is the Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity for some kind of new beginning, some kind of fresh start, a new path to walk. And definitely one that, if you choose to, you can do that with the person that you are currently involved with. But somebody, I feel, is going to have to be the one that kind of makes that first move to open up and be vulnerable. But I do feel that if one does it, the other one is going to do it as well. So there's a lot of potential here, and it's definitely something that you can get through. And in terms of, family, I definitely feel that, this is about looking after your needs, whatever the challenges might be over the next month, especially in the holiday season. And, making sure that you manage your energy and your time. And again, these lessons of, worth and value and honoring your true, genuine needs in whatever the situation. That's what the soul lessons are here, and that's what's important for you to really embody this month. So Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, no matter what comes through in a reading, moving forwards, always trust what feels right for you. Thanks so much for being here, and I wish you a great month ahead.